Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. You gotta
shoot at 6 frames per second.
Come on, that.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach. You see me like, ooh, chemo. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my devotion. They see me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my body. Real niggas right beside. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket. Can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house called mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner. I'ma lead by example. Woo, chemo sabe, got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the soap. It ain't rap, this is soap. Ain't takes a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach.
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of D. It's all money, no honey. Think you settling? See, you locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's one West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on his beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fucking scared some. Get the banging on his beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. Doing a lot. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit, lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping, kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, what you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we something authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a God. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they said they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. Cause if they make the wrong move, it coach. See me, they like, ooh, chemo shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my devotion.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my houses. Yes, you said so.
A murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback.
I'm in a hell of a this Isupk sat in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. The rat, crack in the sky. Nuclear missiles are making it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the dog, be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom be busting it down. The only way justice is found. The time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to fly. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shot. Payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch. Hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the damn by King's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new pair of bellows.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga on war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer, what you think? Boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bought it. UPK shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm about it. UPK shoot solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All the hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walk around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time, get a damn no. But I see the solid and I show her. She could never get a piece whole. Get a dirt ass, rust ass neck, bitch with a fake ass touring. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a duck bitch ass fuck nigga over that bit muggin'. I say, if that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Boy, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bought it. UPK shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love.
bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I get your ass in a boy, I bust your ass in a temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. Can't for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing me to damn kill you. I stuck his ass like a cat. All weathers boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't want, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, shoot solid. Think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Damn hoe ass bitch, fake ass nigga too, dumb ass motherfucker, fuck you.
$22.99, dirty cop. He gonna hook it up. Come on, Nakawar, hook me up. Go ahead, I'm going.
Fuck around with you, boy.
John Diamond made the billion logo.
Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off of us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off of us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. It's wicked as hell. Arresting a man for nothing, got him sitting in jail. Look down on us, call us niggas when they niggas themselves. Supposed to show them the way, instead they showed them a cell. Fuck nigga, how the fuck is you a man in the Lord? You pull up with white boys and you put niggas in the back of the car. But you wouldn't last a day in their yard with all them killers, them lions and them tigers and them bears and them gorillas. Tried to convince a nigga to snitch on his own brother. Beware the purple Israelite group, they undercover, so pussy ass nigga. Ratting that bitch, tell him take off that badge and I'll bat him in his shit. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off of us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off of us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. False doctrine, a nigga that shot that tranny. The dick pic, the fake pictures on social media, you posing as bitches. The murder on Joe Morgan, how her body came up missing. That scheming nigga cannot stealing that brother bitch. The marching for the rich, but don't do nothing for the poor. The shit them niggas tried on the Kansas City boat. Them purple niggas tried that same bullshit before. Cap told them bitch Obama holding treatment like a hoe. Mashak told them they lightweight, they packed up all they shit. Fuck wrong with you, boy, we meant war around this bitch. Undercover ass, purple badge, and Easter ass bitch. We know cowards only men prepared to die around this bitch, you heard? Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off of us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299. Crooked officer, can you get these fucking handcuffs off of us? They got a lot of innocent niggas doing time. Beware, crooked cop badge number 2299.
You broke off and created something. God deserves that we stand with him and walk forward. ISUBK, we strong. We ain't weak. No cowards, bitch.
That's right, sir.
Okay? That's how we ride.
No cowards, bitch. You're right. Hold on. Let me see. All right, we good to go. I read at Israelite School of UPK, right? Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. Right? 1969. 1969, the UPK has been on the streets in your neighborhoods and your highways, your byways, teaching you the truth of the Bible. Now, why is that? Why is it that the Christian pastor who uses this same exact book but does not teach you what is inside of this book, right? Does not teach you what Christ did, who Christ was, what he died for, what Christ taught about while he was alive, what he taught. They don't teach you these things because in teaching you the truth of who you are means that you would no longer be a slave unto your oppressor. And here's what you don't understand. Christian pastors and your Christian church, the whole idea of Christianity was erected by your oppressor. Consciously chosen to forget. You've somewhere in your heart and in your mind, you have made the conscious decision to just forget that Christianity was forced on us by, and over years, for 400 years of being enslaved, being whipped and hung on trees and forced to go to church on Sunday and forced to sing hallelujah. Somewhere along the line, you made the choice to just say, you know what? To hell with it, Nadia. This is just our faith. This is now our religion. I guess we all Christians now. That's what your oppressor wants you to be. And here's the other thing that you'll understand, which is so detrimental to Black people. Your oppressor and this earth, they absolutely need you to be Christian. They need you to be Christian so that you can die. That's it. Why are Black people in the condition that they are? Why are we dying at the rates that we die? Why are we dying from drug addiction and drug affliction and Black on Black violence? These things are happening because our Christian leaders have led us into the hands of our oppressor. And our oppressor needs you to be a good Christian. What do I mean by that? Right? What happened when Dylan Storm Ruth, right, a few years ago, the Christian church in Charleston, South Carolina, and shot and murdered 9 so-called African Americans inside their church after they prayed? What did the family members of the ones that was murdered say in regards to Dylan Storm Ruth? Right? Anybody know? Nadia? They had to forgive him. Why? Why did they have to forgive him? Because it was a Christian thing to do. Right? Christianity teaches you to not even love your people. It doesn't even fathom in your heart. You don't even understand, like, damn, this man just walked inside of this church and murdered my grandmother, murdered my auntie, murdered my uncle, my grandfather. And because of this false religion, I have to turn around and say, I forgive him. Let me tell you something that you don't know, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. The Christianity that you have been forced to serve and what you believe in, your oppressor doesn't even believe in it. You think that America is a Christian nation. You believe it. You go to court, you're sworn in on the Bible. So you believe in the Christian concepts and the dogma that is America. However, when the Middle Easterns, right, when ISIS and all of them, Al-Qaeda, when they came over here to America and they bombed the Twin Towers to piss during 9/11, did America Oh no, you what? America didn't forget Al-Qaeda. America doesn't forget ISIS. Right. Because America does Christianity, man. They always said there's always 2 types of Christianity, Black and then white Christianity. White Christianity, they put crosses in your yards and hung you from trees. Why? So that they can have rulership. They can have control. Like a lot of you believe, like, it's so many ways to unpack this thing about Black people. But Black people, when they look at white people do racist things or criminal acts against Black people, You think that it's just prejudice. That's what you believe. You tell yourself that it's prejudice because some old fancy pants smarty professor taught you about the word prejudice, and now you use it in correlation to what happens to your nation. There is nothing. There is a nation on this earth that wants to have power. They want to have rulership. They don't want to have to stand in line to vote for other nations of people to rule over them. They don't want to have to stand in line and need EBT and food stamps and WIC and government assistance from the very people that enslaved them in the first place. They don't want to do that. You understand? The white people do not want to be under black people's foot. They don't want to do that. So, you know what they do? They make sure that they terrorize you when they get the chance. They make sure that they put on white hoods and cloaks and they torment you so that you never ever think that you even have the opportunity against the oppression. That's why they're doing it. It ain't got nothing to do with, prejudice. I mean, I guess you want to throw that out there. But the reason, because they want power. Here's what you should understand. Christianity has made you not want to be in power. That's it. You live in this world. You don't want no power for yourself. You don't want to take care of your own people. You don't want to be the ones handing out food. You want to be the poor that is begging for the food from the man who wants to murder you every single day. And that is not in this Bible. You understand? Give me Zephaniah 2:1, Baba Kashad. That is nowhere in this Bible, man. And let me tell you something. It's 2003. I hate saying that term because back when it was 1970, y'all should have got this. But if you are still in the Christian church, singing and dancing, praising whatever the hell you praising in that church, because it ain't Christ. I'll tell you that right now. You in that Christian church, that spirit in that Christian church is effeminate. Christ was not an effeminate man. Christ didn't jump her down and dance and hallelujah, hallelujah, haskala, baskala, hallelujah. Do that. You understand? Christ went in the temple and he whipped them out the temple for making a whorehouse out of the temple, man. But of course, you don't know that in the Christian church, right? This is what the Lord wants us to do. Read what you got.
Oh God, this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together. Not desire.
The Lord wants blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to gather together, man. Right? For blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, why them? Why them? Because the Lord chose the nation of Israel, man. From Abraham, Isaac, to Jacob. You even in the Christian church, you hear about those three. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Well, those three men became the progenitors of eventually the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of the house of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And those are God's chosen people. Those is who the Lord made the salt of the earth, which is why black people are the best at everything. You understand? Mexicans are the best at everything. The Native Indians are best at everything when in regards to heathens, man. You understand? And why they need you to never know that. For America to be great, America has to make sure that you believe that you're nothing. Because if you believe that you're God's chosen people, well then maybe you wouldn't be hospital-boscaling on Sunday. Maybe you'd be putting in some work to take care of your family too. And I wish I would have got it beforehand. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. Nah, I ain't gonna try right now. Right, but you could go look this up. When he was killing them, the so-called Jewish man, right? When he was slaughtering them inside of them camps and whatnot, and burning them and gassing them the hell up, Hitler said before he died in his quotes, right? I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he said God's chosen people is across the waters, and he was talking about black people. And he said this. He said, when the world finds out that you enslave God's chosen people, that will be the start of World War III. And so now you ask, why are we here? Why are we teaching what we teach? Why are we doing what we do? Well, because that doing of our people actually being free, man.
Right.
You understand? And the Lord absolutely wants us to be free. Keep going. Read it again.
Come. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse.
Mhm.
Gather yourselves together.
Mhm.
Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Oh, nation not desired, man. Because that's what we are. When you grow up black, you grow up, you already at a disadvantage. You know what it's like to grow up black. Your father in the household, your mother's a drug addict. You gotta deal with driving while black. You gotta deal with discrimination. You gotta deal with everything. Our parents used to tell us that twice as hard just because of the color of our skin.
Right.
We thought that we was ugly. We thought that white children were beautiful and we were filthy. That's what it is to grow up black. Black in America, when we don't even understand that we are God's chosen people, man. The greatest people that ever walked the face of the earth was black, just like you and I. Christ, Moses, Joseph. All of the prophets in the Bible were black from different tribes of the nation of Israel. You understand? And if we knew that, if we came to understand that, then we wouldn't repeat history, man. And we would learn how to live in this place.
Right.
And that's going to go into my topic, man. All right, we're going to go into, I'm going to start it off early. We're going to go into demons, Nadia. And I'm going to tell you what a demon is, and then I'm going to show you how to fight it. Right? And for those who just tuning in, before I get into it, if y'all got any questions, just type your question in the chat. In the room, if you got a question, type it in the chat. All right, but we're going to go over what a demon is. In the world considers demons in medical terminology, right? Blindness, schizophrenia, ADHD, paraplegic. All of these things that we are determining in medical references are actual demons, right? And they can be on you and they can get off. All right, we're going to go into it. You finished that scripture?
Verse 2.
Yeah.
Come. This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
What does that mean? Break it down.
So like, before the Lord's return, he's saying, get right, and gather together with your people.
All right, give me 2nd Ezra chapter 10 and 9.
Chapter 2 and 9. All
right, read what you got.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2, verse 9.
Chapter 10, Salaga, verse 9. Yeah.
This is the book, chapter 10, verse 9. For ask the earth, and she shall tell thee.
So ask the earth, and she shall tell thee. What is this talking about? And remember, the Bible say that the earth mourneth. When the wicked rule, the earth mourneth, right? And when the righteous rule, the people rejoice, right? So even the earth knows who the wicked is. You understand? Even the earth. When you look at the ozone layer and all the destruction that's in place, or you look at the ocean, or all of the problems that's happening with the earth, it's like, because we've been in America for so long, you get so caught up in thinking that this is a collective, that all of us have been creating these problems, when you don't realize that this is not a collective issue. The problem is singularly been happening because there is a specific group of people that is in rulership of this earth. You understand? That's why the earth is in mourning. right? The buffalo damn near going extinct.
Right.
Animals going extinct. Why? It ain't because of black people. Black people ain't killed a buffalo. The Native Indians didn't kill the buffalo. Lived in peace and in harmony with the buffalo. And America, in its vile and disgusting ways, because they wanted to take the land of the Native American Indians, they drove the buffalo off the side of cliffs just to kill them, just so the Native Americans wouldn't have nothing to eat or wouldn't have fur to make garments for the winter. And that's the man that we're dealing with. And that's the man that if you're in a Christian church, that's who you want over you. You understand? If you don't learn nothing else from this class, remember this: Christianity is supremacy.
Right.
That's all it is. That's why in the Christian church they have a picture of white Jesus. Period. You understand? Come on, read. Keep going. Mm-hmm.
For ask the earth, and she shall tell thee that it is she which ought to mourn for the fall of so many that grow upon her.
Meaning what? The earth ought to mourn, man. The earth should be in mourning as well because of how it's being treated, because of the people that's in rulership. You understand? Give me Job chapter 6 and verse 1. I mean chapter 1 and verse 6. Salakia. You're gonna get into it. And again, if anyone have any questions, just type it in the chat.
This is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves.
Now get into the topic, right? The sons of God are who? As it pertains to the Lord, who are the sons of God in this context? These are angels, right? These are angels. And remember, the topic is about demons. And in the Christian church, we think that demons are what? We think demons are ghosts, Satan. We think Satan is a demon, right? We don't know anything about demons in the Christian church because the Christian church doesn't teach anything of demons, right? But we're going to break it down. Read what you got.
This is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also.
Hold on. So now the sons of God can present thyself to the Lord, right? Satan was also among them. What is this saying?
That Satan is also a son of God.
That Satan is also an angel, right? Because of the Christian church, you thought that Satan was against God. You thought that Satan and God be battling back and forth like two wives that despise each other. When Satan and God is on a par with each other. You understand? Because Satan, like all the angels, works for the Lord. That's what you don't know in the Christian church. That's what they won't teach you. Satan and God are on the exact same team. Satan works for the Most High, and Satan is an angel that has a specific job and specific duties to carry out for God. Right now, read it again.
This is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 6. There was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou?
So the Lord said, where you coming from? Right? Because remember, the Lord sent us to go do work. He sent two angels to Lot and Sodom and Gomorrah to go destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. He sent angels in Genesis to go create the earth. He sent angels to talk to Moses in the burning bush. Sent angels to Mary to tell her that Christ was in her womb. The Lord gives orders to these angels, and they come back and they report on what happened. And so now he's asking Satan, where are you coming from? Right? Report. Keep going.
Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth.
From going to and fro in the earth. Keep going.
And from
talking about Job. Job is well known, right? A lot of you Christians love Job. You think he's a white man, but nonetheless, Job was a man who followed the law, right? Who was after the Lord's heart, right? And now, when the Lord was speaking on Job, right? He said, let me see what they said. Right? He said there was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God. Evil. So it was perfect, right? And so now Job was perfect, and the Lord is still telling Satan, "Have you not considered him?" Meaning what? Have you not considered testing him? You know, hurting Job to see where he stands, right? Keep going.
That there is none like him in the earth.
That there is none like him in the earth. Like, you gotta understand how heavy this is. Like, even in the truth, you think that because you stopped smoking weed and now you go on a camp and you got a officer or trooper and you doing things you're supposed to do, you think that life is supposed to be all good. You think, oh, I'm about to be blessed. I'm gonna hit the lottery. I'm about to get that woman I want. That's not how the Lord works. That's not how God works.
Right.
You understand? God wants a certain thing. He wants a certain type of person, and he can't figure out if you're that certain type of person. Send Satan at you with everything he has so he can determine if you are that type of person or not. You understand? And so now the Lord is going to try Job. He's going to try him and see if Job is really who he says he is. Keep going.
Come on, come.
Mm-hmm.
A perfect, upright man
Mm-hmm.
that fears God and eschews evil.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 9. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, doth Job fear God for not? Verse 10. Has not thou made an hedge about him?
So Satan is he's saying what? Does Job fear God for real? He kind of being smart, right? Does Job really fear God, my nigga? Right? Or have you made a hedge around him? You've been protecting him. Keep going.
And about his house, and about all that he had on every side.
You've been protecting his house, protecting his family, protecting his cattle, protecting his work. Servant of God, right? And that's a lot of you. A lot of you live a good life, and that's your problem. You live a good life so much, in fact, that you don't know what a bad finally have a bad day, you boy, it's over. Your rib leave you for another man. Whew. Oh man, I guess wrap it up. It's over. You don't know how to serve the Lord even in your time of disparity, man. Even in your hurt, you don't know how to serve the Most High. And that's why the Lord has to hurt you. He has to. You understand? So that we can see who you are. So that the Lord can see if you are worthy for that seat, for that crown, or if you're not. Like remember what Adam and Eve, right? Adam had everything in the Garden of Eden. Right. He had everything. All he had to do was be in there with his rib and just do the Lord said to do, and that was it. Life was going to be easy for him. But Adam sinned against the Lord after his wife. And of course, the Lord kicked Adam out of the garden. Why did the Lord kick Adam out?
So I can say, because he knew better, and also he told his wife to eat up the post.
It's a little bit more deeper than that. Why did the Lord, remember what's happening here? Adam is in his land, right? And everything is perfect for him there. And he sinned against the Lord, right? And he was punished for it. And he was kicked out of the garden. Why would he have to be kicked out of the garden to go somewhere else? Why would he have to do that? Why would the Lord do that? How the Lord work? What would happen if Adam would have stayed in the garden?
He would have lived there. So like,
Why?
he had a perfect life. He
Yeah.
had nothing to worry about.
Would he have sinned against God?
Nah.
Mm-mm. So why did the Lord kick?
He to see if he was really, up to par of following the Most High.
The Lord kicked Adam out because the Lord knew that if he allowed not sinned against him ever again. But the Lord wanted what? The Lord wanted Adam to have to fight to never sin against him again. The Lord wanted. You understand? Like, it's easy if everything is perfect. I don't got to sin against the Lord. Like, think about it like this, right? Imagine being rich.
Right.
You don't wonder where your next meal comes from. You know where it's coming from. You got a personal chef. You don't think about light bills and water bills. You're rich, right? And then imagine somebody that's absolutely poor. They have to wonder every day how they're going to eat, how they're going to keep their lights on, how they're going to keep their water on. Well, the Lord took Adam in that poor state because the Lord wanted Adam to need to be a drug dealer, right, to need to be a thief, to need to be a criminal that he can eat. And then hopefully Adam would do what? He wouldn't be a criminal. Right. He wouldn't be a thief. He wouldn't sin against the Lord, even though he's starving. And understand? You decided to go against the Most High, right? After leaving Egypt. And we decided to worship Baal and worship these other gods and celebrate these other holidays and to cause the Lord to separate from us. And now here we are, poor, oppressed, in the ghettos, cursed, in the barrios, on the borders and cages, being immigrants, Haitian immigrants, getting slaughtered, man. Now here we are. And now you absolutely have a need to be a drug dealer. You absolutely have a need to be a criminal. But the Lord wants to see if you'll serve him even in your tribulation. That's what the Lord. I can't, like, them churches make me want to throw up. Just throw the hell up. All of that prosperity. The Lord don't give a damn about you having money. He doesn't. He does not care. If your pastor says the Lord gonna bless you with money, run. Because the Lord's greatest servants with no damn money. Right. You think I'm lying? Who's the Lord's greatest servant? Mm-hmm. Christ. What did Christ do for all of his great servitude? What did he get? Come on. Yeah, he had to die. I don't know what the fuck you think you get money for. Christ was the Lord's son. And for everything he did, he got tortured out. He didn't even get a quick death. He got one of the most heinous deaths the world has ever. You're supposed to inherit the kingdom? What are you supposed to get? Right? Another servant, which we reading about right now. Job, well, even before him, Moses. Moses departed the Red Sea. He departed the Red Sea against Pharaoh and his gods and his witches and freed the nation of Israel from bondage and captivity out of Egypt. What did Moses get? Come on. He got 40 years in the wilderness to no avail. Nothing. He didn't get the land of milk and honey. He passed that on to Joshua and went on and died. Yeah. Just waited, right? That's what he got. Now Job. And remember, we just read Job was perfect. I don't know where they get the whole of man, only Christ was perfect. That's stupid, right? Job was perfect. Keep going from where we was at. Mhm.
Thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face.
So now, remember, this is Satan talking to Job. Talking to the Lord, right? And he's saying what? He's saying you've been protecting Job, man, right? But put forth my hand on him, and we'll see. I'm gonna show you that Job ain't gonna serve you. Why? Because Satan is Satan, and Satan has a job, and Satan is he passionate about his job.
Right.
He know how to make you turn away from the Most High. Some of you easy others. Some of you putting a damn stick in your mouth and smoking it. That's all Satan needs to do. That's all he need to do. Some of you just weaker than that, right? But this is what Satan is saying to the Lord. Keep going.
Verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said unto Satan,
Mm-hmm.
Behold, all that he hath is in thine power.
He said the Lord gave everything that Job had into Satan's hands. He said, you got him. Take him. Now, this is God, man. This is God. This is the God of the Bible.
Right.
The God of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The Lord gave Job to Satan. Right? Keep going.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
So
Verse
behold,
mm-hmm.
all that he hath is in thy power.
Mm-hmm.
Only upon him put not forth thine hand.
Mm-hmm.
So he went forth from the presence of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. And there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14. And there came a messenger unto Job and said,
Mm-hmm.
the oxen were plowing and the asses feeding beside them. Verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
And the sea beings fell upon them and took them away. They have slain the servants with the edge of the sword.
Good night. So what's happening here?
He lost his livestock, and then his servants were killed by the edge of the sword.
Yeah. So all of Job's employees, right, his servants, they were plowing the fields, doing their daily work, and the Sabians came and just killed all of his employees, his servants, right? Keep going.
Come.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
With the edge of the sword, and I only escaped alone to tell thee.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 16. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, the fire of God is fallen from heaven and hath burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them. And only I am escaped alone to tell thee. Verse 7. While he was yet speaking, there came another and said, the Chaldeans made up the bands and fell upon the camels, and they carried them away, yea, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword, and only I escaped.
What is baby here? So what's here? Right, what's the general of what's going down?
Satan has he's attacked him.
Yeah. Right? Satan is hurting. It's Satan, like, you gotta know this about Satan. Satan knows how to get you to turn away from the Lord. He knows.
Right.
He knows what it is that make you tick. Right? He knows where you're weak at, which is why you have to know what? You got to know your weaknesses. You got to be able to identify where you're weak so that you can be strong. Because Satan ain't going to come at you in a way that is not, you understand, that it ain't going to work. Right. Satan ain't going to come to you and say, hey, smoke this crack. and you never even smoked weed before, it don't work like that. You understand? Satan use the things that you love. He'll use depression against you, right? He'll use women against you. He'll use your family members against you. And in this case, the Lord took everything from Job. Satan took everything for Job, rather, right? His family, his servants, his cattle. Let me stop down to go to the next chapter and go to verse 3.
Come. This is book of Job, chapter 2, verse 3.
Verse 4.
Come. Verse 4. And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin. Yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life.
So now, Satan is saying what? Yeah. What is Satan saying here? Remember, the context of this is, will Job serve Satan? Or will Job serve the Lord? And Satan is saying, skin for skin, a man gonna give everything, you understand, to save his life. Right. Meaning he will not die for you. Now remember this, the Lord gave the order for Satan to not kill Job. Meaning he can't kill him, but he can hurt him. Right. You understand? And so now let's see, come on.
Come. Verse 5. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. So
Satan is saying what? Put forth thy hand against his bone and his flesh. Make him hurt. You understand? And if you make Job hurt, thee to thy face. Remember, Job is you. Remember that. Job is you. And everything that you're going through in your life, the job that you lost, the women that you lost, right? The depression you're going through. This is the Lord is making it happen to you. And that's what you got to understand. When you feel like everything in your life it feels as if there's some dark cloud hovering over your head 24/7. Everywhere you go, you got to understand that it's the Lord who is putting that cloud over you. He wants it there. You understand? And here, and I see this, I said this before, but this is especially like with women, right? Whenever I see a man say this, I find it a little effeminate, right? But for a man to think, oh, I got to get out of the city to live a better life, or I got to move to Atlanta so I can have a better life. My life is just terrible here, wherever I'm at. That's a little effeminate. I usually see women say things like that, but nonetheless, it's stupid either way, because you can move to the moon. You still take you wherever you go. As soon as you get to the moon, the value of the moon would drop because you're there. You understand? Because you're a drug addict, because you're a criminal, because you're weak. You understand? You think, like, people think their life is bad because they got arrested for doing something absolutely criminal. When you did it, you are a thief. You understand? And you think you got to move to Atlanta so that you don't have to rob anybody anymore. How about you just don't rob anybody? Right. How about that? But of course, that doesn't fathom in you because you believe that it's Satan that's out to get you. And you believe that if you move to Atlanta, you'll have better odds. You could move to the moon and the value of the moon would drop as soon as you get there because you are weak. And the second you understand that is the second that you would be able to fix your condition. You don't got to go anywhere. What you have to do is change who you are. Change what you do, the decisions that you make, and to stand with the Lord. Right? Now, Job was going to be tested with his skin. Keep going.
Verse 6. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life.
Right? So the Lord said you can do whatever you want with him, but save his life. Right? Keep going.
Verse 7. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his.
So now Satan put all over Job's body, from the bottom of his foot to the top of his head. boils everywhere. You understand? If you don't know what a boil is, you know, it's like a enlarged bump or so. I don't know how the hell to explain it. Just know it hurts. What you got? What? Hold on. You read it. All right? You got boils all over his body, and them things hurt. You understand? Keep going. Mm-hmm.
Verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
And Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord
Mm-hmm.
and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
He took him a potsherd
Mm-hmm.
to scrape himself withal.
Mm-hmm.
And he sat down among the ashes.
So he took a pot shard. Like, imagine if you take a pot and smash it. And he trying to scrape the boils off of him, right? He went and sat down in the dirt, and he was hurting. Job was in pain, right? Keep going. Mm-hmm.
Verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Then said his wife unto him,
Mm-hmm.
dost thou still retain thy integrity?
Mm-hmm.
Do you still, are you going to still?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, are you going to still keep your morals?
Right? Are you going to still serve the Lord? Remember, integrity means to do the right thing when someone is watching or not. And so his wife is who? Come on. Satan is using his wife. And a lot of you brothers, that's your kryptonite, man. Your kryptonite is your woman, because you believe that your woman has a power that she does not have. You believe it though. And I'm being straight up, because that's one West. And you can't be a man of the Lord if you in fear of your woman. I don't even know no woman that want to be with a man that is afraid of her in the first place.
Right.
But you allow your woman to move you into doing anything that is against the Lord. You wear the panties in the relationship.
Right.
You allow your woman to stop you from going to camp. You allow your woman to stop you from going to class. You allow her to stop you from being at the high holy days and being at the Passover and being with that cult. Then you are a pussy. I just hope that you understand. You did not go to the Passover because you disagreed. You did not go to class because you just whatever. You didn't go, woman. That's different. I don't know about that, Nadia. That's a little out there. You understand? But a lot of you, your women will be your kryptonite, and Satan can use your wife. He can absolutely use your wife to be against you, and likewise, your wife can be you. I mean, your husband. You got to know what demons are so that you can be able to see it. A lot of times when you look into the eyes of a person, that's how you see their demons. Right? If you work anywhere in the mental program or a field, a lot of times when you look at people, right, who are suffering from mental illnesses, you can see it in their eyes, right? That's what, even in the world, they say that the eyes is the pathway to the soul.
Right.
Because whatever's in your spirit, it comes out in your eyes, whether it's anger, whether it's depression, whether it's anxiety, whether it's happiness, whatever it is, it comes out in your eyes, and you can see it. Right? But you have to be able to know what it is you're looking at so that you can fight against it. Right? Keep going. So now, wife said, "Do thou still retain thine integrity? You still gonna serve the Lord after he done took your family away from you, your oxen away from you, your servants away from you, and now he's attacking your skin, your boils all over your body. You still gonna serve the Most High?" Keep going. Let's see what Job said.
Mm-hmm. This is Job chapter 2, verse 9 at the end.
Uh-huh.
Curse God and die.
Uh-huh.
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
But he said unto her,
Uh-huh.
thou foolish woman speaking.
This is what Job said, man. Job was not no bitch.
Right.
You understand? And he had to put his woman in his place, right? And a lot of you sisters, man, you're gonna have to understand where your place. Your place ain't above your husband. That's not your place. Your place is behind your husband. You understand? Holding him up. What that woman should have did is she should have went and got some ibuprofen. She should have went and got some cream for the boy. I don't know what the hell they used. I'm pretty sure they had something. But whatever it was, that's what she should have did. Not because she agrees with him. And that's what you got to understand too for you sisters. Now, this is strictly for sisters. This ain't for brothers. This is for women. She shouldn't have gotten cream for his boils because she agreed with him. And a lot of times, you sisters, you back your husband is if you agree with him. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. That's not life. That is fairy tale reality bullshit. There is nothing else in your life that you do or that you work on that you can just take the lead whenever you want. When you at your slave, do you have any say so of what the corporation does with their money? How they move forward with their advertisements? What they do with their stores? What new locations they open up? No, you don't. But your job is to manage the store that you got. Your job is to be the employee that you hold the job that you got. Well, being a wife is no different. You chose a man. You filled out that damn application when you in that club, and you said, "Damn, you fine too. See, let's get busy." And you laid down with that man, and he accepted your application, and he took you. Now your job is to be behind him, whether you agree with it or not. On the contrary, if your man is doing something that is against the law, what happens in that situation, Nadia? I need a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I'll give you an example, right? This will make it more simple. Right? You got a husband, and your husband say, "Hey, look, I need you to clear out that closet because I'm about to put in a weed plant. I can grow some weed in that closet. We can make a couple extra dollars on the side so I could buy you that new ring." Right? What should a woman do? Now remember, the scriptures say to obey your husband as unto the Lord. Right? To be a helpmate, to serve your husband. What should a woman do?
I do that.
You sure? It's different? What's the answer? I don't do it. She should retain her integrity. Yeah, my Lord, or Salakia husband, or whatever you call your husband. Right? I used to say, that's not what we was taught. And that is a sin against the Lord to be, selling drugs and growing weed and all of that. So I can't partake in none of that. Right? And if he disagrees, if he says, "No, I'm telling you to do it, you better do it," then what? You said what? What should a woman do? Remember, you got to give the solutions for everybody. Come on. You got to call for counsel. Right? If you got a brother who's in the truth or not in the truth, and they trying to force you to do something unlawful, right? They trying to force you to have a threesome because multiple wives is. So they trying to force you to have a threesome. You don't do it. Right. You can't have a threesome. You understand? Because that is unlawful. And of course, you want your husband so much and so that you even considering doing it. Do not do it. Call for counsel. You understand? But now on top of it, Your job ain't to be concerned too much about whether you agree with what Job is doing or not. Job is choosing to serve the Lord. You chose to serve him. That's order. That's the end of the story, right? And so now Job said that you speak as them foolish.
What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil?
Job says, shall we receive good and not receive evil? Meaning what? We expect the Lord to do all these good things for us. We expect the Lord to give us healthy lives, healthy children. We expect to live peacefully. We expect all these things from the Most High. And what you think, the Lord ain't gonna dish out no evil? You think the Lord ain't gonna give out no rainy days? You understand? The Lord has to give evil. Otherwise, there is no good. You can't have it. Don't make sense. There would be no sunny day if it wasn't a rainy day or a cloudy day. There wouldn't be a hot day if it wasn't a cold day. You have to have bad that comes with the good. Otherwise, good is normal. You understand? Keep going.
In all this, did not Job sin with his lips?
And all this did not Job sin with his lips, man. Meaning Job kept his integrity.
Right.
Job kept his integrity, man, and he stood with the Most High. Right? Instead of falling for Satan. Right? But that's just how Satan works. Hold on 1 second. Let me see which one I want to go to next. Give me Mark 5 and 2. All right.
The book of Mark, chapter 5, verse 2. And when he was and when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of a unclean spirit.
Meaning what? Like when Christ was teaching right on the ship, and when he came off of the ship back on shore, immediately there met him out of the tomb a man with an unclean spirit. Right? Why was their spirit unclean?
Yeah,
they had demons on them, man. Right? They coming out of a damn tomb. You know what a tomb is? It's a grave. They came out of a tomb like these. You got to imagine what this probably looked like. This looked like crackheads on 10. They came out of a tomb, you understand, and tried to walk up on Christ. Right? Keep going.
Verse 3. Who had his dwellings among the tomb, and no man could buy. No, not with chains.
Meaning what? Come on, this is the Lord, man. He had that R strength. He had that R strength, man. If you know what I mean. If you don't, it's like it. I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube, but he had that R man strength, and no one could bind him with the chains. Right? But this just goes to show you gotta understand this too about demons. Demons know who you are.
Right.
They know who you are, and they know when you're trying to serve the Lord and when you're not. You understand? And when you're trying to serve the Lord, they come at you even more. Right? Come on.
Come. Verse 4, because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been by him. And the fetters broken in pieces.
Meaning what? What's happening there?
Every time they try to put chains or fetters on him, he get out of it.
He will break the chain. Right. You understand? Keep going.
Neither could any man. And always, night and day, he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones.
So now, every day, every night, he up in the mountains and in them tombs, and he's slicing his wrists. Right? Remember what we're talking about. These are demons.
Right.
You understand? The world would call this today what? Suicide, depression. They would say he's, try to commit suicide, or he got severe depression. or schizophrenia or whatever. They want to put all these terms on it, which is fine. But those terminologies is just terminologies for what a demon is.
Verse 6.
And why is he cutting himself? He cutting himself the same reason you do. The same reason. Because your life is not perfect. Because your life not 1 second. Because your life is not as happy as you want it to be. And that's why you cut yourself. Right? Keep going.
Verse 6. But when he saw Yahushua after afar off, he ran and worshiped.
Right? Because those who have demons, they don't want them. Right. They don't want those demons on them. They don't want to be addicted to drugs. They don't want the life that they live in. And when they see priests, when they see the Lord, they run to it because that's what they want. And of course, we give them the tools that they need to fight. You understand? And now they take that and do whatever the hell they want to do. We got brothers who done came into school who are absolutely these men and that we're reading about right now. Right? If you ever meet one of them, they'll tell you. There's one that I did. The brother posted it himself, but there's one of the well-known pictures of the UPK of the brother in the school right now had a picture of himself as a zombie, man, leaning over a trash can, halfway leaning like he was doing a Michael Jackson lean, looking homeless for like 6 years. He posts that picture, and then he posts what he looked like now, and that brother looked like glorified.
Right.
You understand? Because he had to battle those demons. He had to do that. Keep going.
Come on. Verse 7. And cried with a loud voice and said, what have I to do with thee, thou son of the most high God? I adjure thee by God that thou torment me not.
Keep going.
Verse 8. For he said unto him, come out of thee, Satan, thou unclean spirit.
Hold on. Verse 8, read it again.
For he said unto him, come out of the man. So I could come out of the man, thou unclean.
So Christ started speaking to that demon. You understand? Because that demon is not you. Right? That depression is not who you are. That schizophrenia is not who you are. That anger is not who you are. They a study on suicidal survivors, and out of the suicidal survivors, I think 85% of them said that they would never commit suicide again. You understand?
Right.
Because most of them were like jumpers, like jump off a bridge or something like that. But what happens when you jump off a bridge, right? A man or a woman, they usually do what as they jump? Come on.
Start to regret it.
How do you know they regret it?
Because the reality starts to kick in, and that they start to see that I don't really want to die. This is just a feeling.
Right? I need a little bit more.
They got what they wanted.
The demon got what they wanted, but then how do you know that demon has left him?
Because he jumped. That person decided, well, the demon made them jump. He wanted them to die.
They jump, right? Then what? You missing one part.
It's like,
come on.
as soon as you jump,
how do you know the demon left him? You know they regret it. Like if I'm a Christian, I'm listening to you say that, right? If I say, yeah, there was a demon on him, and then the man jumped, and then he started to regret it. How the hell you know? How you know that he wasn't falling down like, finally, I'm at peace. I'm about to die. Yes. How do you know? As I'm saying, you're missing one part. God. When I say you, I'm like, oh damn. Pause. You want to take another shot? Damn. It's simple. Because they scream. They scream. They jump off the bridge and then they scream as they fall. Why? Because the demon that gave you the confidence to jump has left you. Right? When you see them, when you see brothers and sisters in the club and they fight and they drunk, right? Satan can attack you from being drunk. Right? You drink too damn much and now Satan got you. It ain't you, it's Satan. And that's why you in the club and you mother effer this, mother effer that. I'm gonna shoot you and do this, and then that Satan has you. And Satan makes you go to your and grab a gun, and you come back and you shoot everybody. And then you go to jail. And you know how you know that demon left them, Nadia? Because they crying in their mugshot. You crying in your mugshot when you realize what you just did. Now you realize your life is over, and that's what Satan wanted. Satan wanted for your life to end. You understand? And that wasn't you in the begin with. And so that is why Christ, the man, he's not talking to him. He's talking to that demon that is making him cut himself. Keep going.
Verse 9. And he asked him, what is thy name? And he answered, saying, my name is Legion, for we are many.
Good night. Good night. Legion. So this demon that he had on him is a demon. You understand? His name was Legion. There was another sister who had the demon of schizophrenia, and that demon's name.
For we are many. Verse 10. And he besought him much that he would not send them send them away out of the country. Verse 11. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding.
You could drop that, right? And so now it was so many demons that Christ didn't just send them off because they would have went and attached themselves to someone else, right? But he went to these pigs, and then these pigs went and killed themselves. Why? Pigs don't have cognition of knowing what's right and what's wrong. They can't think. They don't understand this is wrong, this will kill me. I can't run off this cliff. I can't run into our eyes. So when demons got pigs, they ran straight off and just died. You understand? But you have cognition. You have the ability of knowing right from wrong, which is why you fight those demons every single day. You understand? Drop that. Give me Matthew 12 and 43. All right, we're gonna get a little bit more. Right? Demons is becoming one of my favorite topics, man, because if you don't understand what demons are, then you'll never understand life. You'll never quite get why people do what they do, why we live the way that we live, why we can't stop fighting, why we can't stop arguing if you don't understand what a demon is. But if you get to knowing what demons are and what demons are on you, then you'll be able to fight against it. My anger against me. A lot of you believe that your demons are for you. You believe your demons are with you. What did Melly say, right? Didn't Melly say that he was these rappers, don't they say, oh, I'm a demon, or I'm this, or I'm that? You believe that thing inside of you is for your benefit. When that thing inside of you needs you to die, animated fake reality of what a demon is. That's all. And he wants you to get you killed. And here's the do what he was doing for the majority of the part. Who did everyone see? They saw the man. They didn't see Venom. You understand? Only he knew that Venom. Everyone else just see the dude doing crazy stuff. That's you. That's you when you're getting drunk and you're fighting everybody and you're shooting the club up and you fighting and killing and all kinds of crazy stuff, beating your children, punching your woman in the head, and all kinds of whatever you do. That's you, right? And no one looks at you and says, "Oh, that's a demon." They say that is just you, right? What you have to do is understand that it is a demon and it is not you. It's not you who put the hot grits on your man. That's crazy. I seen that in a movie. Well, that's wild. Don't ever put no hot grits on. Right? But that was not you. It was not you who shot up the club 10 years ago. It wasn't you who beat up. And that's something else can be fought against, right? Keep going.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse
43.
43.
We'll start at verse 40.
Verse 40. For as Yahushua was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly.
Jonas.
Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly. So shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth.
Well, that cuts Easter. That cuts Easter Sunday, because obviously 3 days from Friday is not Sunday. But moving on, keep going.
Verse 1. The men of Nineveh shall rise.
Go to verse 42.
Verse 2.
43.
Verse 43. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man.
When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, this is a demon. You understand? This is how demons work. This is it. When an unclean spirit or a demon out from you, meaning what? You conquered the demon of smoking weed. You've conquered it. You don't need to smoke weed anymore. You went and gotten rehabilitated, right? You go through the withdrawals and so on and so forth, and you've conquered it. You conquered the demon of being an alcoholic. You've conquered the demon of being a drug, of being a abuser or a liar, whatever the hell it was, right? Conquered it, and now that demon does this. Keep going.
He walketh through dry places.
He walketh through dry places. He goes and he tries to find another place, another man to conquer, another woman to attach itself to. You understand? Which is why demons are contagious, just like what? Just like courage, just like fear, just like any contagious. You understand? If I in this room turn off the camera and a blunt and say, man, look, man, the Lord gonna forgive us, man. Let's just smoke one more time. That demon can be contagious on the men around me. Right? If I close off the cameras, I say, look, let's not ever smoke ever again because it's disgusting. Well, that spirit can also be contagious. It's no different.
Right.
But nonetheless, that demon is there and is waiting for another place to live. Keep going.
Seeking rest and findeth none.
So it leaves and it finds none. It doesn't find anything. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 44. Then he said, I will return into my house from whence I came out.
Now this is the withdrawal. This is that when you going through withdrawals from getting off of drugs, from getting off of alcoholism, from getting off of making money, any addiction that you had, your withdrawal comes from demons trying to re-enter you. It's making you shake. That demon was comfortable in you, and one day you decided to check your drug addict behind and to fight against that demon. Well, for a moment, you're fine. For a moment, you're good because the demon left you and is walking through dry places. But then it hits you. That demon comes back and he makes your body cold. He makes your blood to rush. He makes your pores to open and you sweat profusely. He makes you so ill that and what he does is, I'm gonna ask you this. Let's stick on drugs, right? To make it simple. And when you're laying in that bed going through with, what did that demon tell you? Mm-hmm.
Go get that drug.
For what?
For self-pleasure.
Mm-mm.
To help you feel better.
Mm-mm. Well, you own it with to help you feel better. What is that demon telling you? Come on.
Don't sin against the Lord.
Mm-mm. I mean, yeah, you can, but that's not his angle. The Satan is tactic. Satan, remember, Satan works for the Lord.
Right.
Satan ain't nothing to be played with. You understand? Like in the Christian church, they to the side, like he ain't nothing, crazy as hell. Satan is an angel of God, and he knows what he's doing, right? And he's tactful of getting you to disobey the Lord and serving him, right? Satan trying to get a rank raise out. He trying to get a glorified body too. But what does that demon tell you when you going through those withdrawals? What is? If you want this pain to stop, then pick up that cigarette. You want this pain to stop, then pick up that pipe. Pick up that bottle if you want this pain to stop. And that's how demons work. First, a demon will get you to smoke weed by using oppression against you. But then once he has you, and you try to battle against depression, you try to battle against schizophrenia, you try to battle against anything you battling against, once you beat it with pain, he'll put pain in your body and he'll say, well, if you want this pain to go away, you have to smoke weed. Here's the problem. You don't have to smoke the pain go away. You don't. You can serve the Lord and never smoke weed again, and the pain will go away. How do you know? Because people have done it. Let's not be stupid. People have fully rehabilitated off of using drugs, and the pain goes away. But Satan would play off your emotions, and in that moment, you would get another shot of crack or cocaine or whatever the hell you do. When you don't have to do that, you can resist evil. You can resist Satan. Anymore. We don't know what it means to fight anything. We in the Christian church singing and dancing to some old gospel music, which is the most feminized, disgusting, terrible music on the face of the planet. Gospel music is nothing more than, oh, we lost, our people have suffered, and I'm just so happy that my grandson made it to C21. Thank the Lord for that at least. That's gospel music, man. When the songs in the Bible in Exodus chapter 15, the songs of the Lord was about triumphalizing over the Egyptians, right, about their pharaohs and their chariots swimming at the bottom of the sea. Right. That was the songs that we sung, the songs of David. I ain't hear nothing about no, we are family in Jesus. And I guess we see on church. I don't know what the hell that is, man. But that spirit is the same spirit that you have when you have to battle these demons, man. You think you can't change. You think you can't live perfectly. Why? Because all men fall short of the glory of God. Nobody is perfect when you absolutely can be perfect. You absolutely can stop selling drugs. You absolutely can stop being a beater or beating a husband. You absolutely can be a good mother and a good father, a good brother and a good friend, a good son and a good daughter. You absolutely can. You can stop pouring out your body. You can do it. You can stop, murdering each other and gang banging and doing the things that is destructive to our nation. You can do it, but you're going to have to battle against yourself, man. Right. You're going to have to get that Christianity off, that there is a fight. You understand? Right. The book of Exodus say that the Lord is a man of war. Everything is a battle. Everything from waking up in the morning to tying your shoe is a battle. Everything causes discomfort. Do we find pleasure in this place, man? And even with the pleasure comes pain. Right. The pleasures of having a baby, and then the pain that comes with raising them. Having a marriage, and then the pain that comes with sustaining it. Everything comes with pain, and everything is a fight. But in a Christian church, you don't believe in fighting. You believe in submitting to whatever it is that's better than you. And you know what's better than you in a Christian church? Every white man is better than you. And that's why you submit to him. Right. Every demon is stronger than you, which is why you submit to that. You submit to everything under the sun because you don't know how to fight. You can't fight for your relationship. You submit to that. You will submit to divorce. You will submit to drug addiction. You submit to gang violence. You submit to anything. Someone pay off money and you'll put a rod in your mouth. You just submit to poverty. Why? Because you're poor? If you don't believe it, you're laughing. Do you know how many homosexual relationships happen because somebody's just poor? They don't have anyone to take care of them. But then there's just some, poor. Right. Just be poor and hold your integrity. You understand? Be poor, be homeless and don't do drugs. Right. Just be homeless. Doing drugs is counterproductive to you being homeless. You're making yourself homeless. But because of the spirit of Christianity, right? And even those who don't even go to the church, as they claim they don't, that spirit is still on them. Huh? And those demons are having its way with the children of Israel, man. And we have to fight against them. Right? So keep going. Read that one more time.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 44. Then he said, I will return into my house from whence I came out.
And now you're going through withdrawals, right? Keep going.
And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished.
He found that you was clean, right? I overspoke, right? This ain't the withdrawal part yet. He leave, you clean, and he come back and he find your house empty, swept, and garnished. You clean. That's when you see them and they be looking out there, man, I've been clean for 2 weeks, man. It's been 2 weeks since I had a drink of anything. Right. And you like, man, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. But of course, as priests and prophets, we know what? The worst is yet to come out. You think you clean. You think you clean. You ain't fought nothing yet. You ain't battled nothing yet. And it's coming.
Verse 45. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits, more wicked than himself.
Man, that demon, 7 more spirits more wicked than himself, man. Like, that's why whenever you see a brother, and I know y'all have seen this. If you ain't seen this, you an idiot. I've seen him in the truth over 20 times. And it's almost like clockwork. I be waiting for a brother to lead the truth and be normal. Every time you see a brother leave the truth, they become the biggest drug addict ever. They be on Facebook talking about the apocalypto of Hebrews and the Sphinx rod got the semen of life, and you brothers don't know the conspiracy. And I swear I seen one not too long ago. It was like 2 of them teamed up, It was one who I've been knew about. And then a brother left the truth and then teamed up with him and they were posting the same shit. And I said, damn, that brother is sick. But that's what happened. You said what? No, hey, look, I don't know. I ain't leave the truth. Right? Good night. When you lose that battle, right? You gonna be more than an alcoholic like you was before. Right? When you come out of that rehab and you fall back into them drugs, you're gonna be more than just a drug addict. You understand? Because your spirit is also defeated. You decide, it's like this, right? Imagine like a boy getting bullied all his life, and then one day he decided to fight back, and he win the fight, and then the next day he come back and he get jumped by 7 niggas, and they say if you ever decide to fight back, we gonna rape you, we gonna kill you, we gonna do this to your grandmother, we gonna do this and we gonna do that. Man, that brother's spirit is destroyed out. He don't even got it in him to fight nothing. Now he doing whatever. He a drug addict. He blowing rod. I mean, he broke. He broken man now. Because he lost that battle, which is why it's important for you to never lose that battle. You cannot lose them battles, man. You cannot succumb to depression. You can't. Because once you lose one time, you'll grow accustomed to lose. That's in life. That's life. That's life. That's sports. That's anything. As a man or woman, when you grow accustomed to something, it's hard to break that spirit. It's hard to break those customs, which is why you can't lose. You can't lose. When you set out to be in the truth and you come into class and you coming in here strong and you figuring out and learning that sex is marriage and I can't be a whore, or you can't do drugs and celebrate Christmas and all of them, just them things that's in the world that's wicked unto the Lord. When you come in here to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for tribulation, man. That's what the Bible prepare for, because the Lord gonna send it your way and you gotta win. It is your fervent obligation to beat those battles, man, because this is a war that we have to win. And we can't win it if you lose. We can't win this battle if you've succumbed to drug addiction. How we gonna fight when you succumb to depression and you killed yourself? How can we battle? How can we fight? Remember the scripture where it says iron sharpens iron. We can't, man. You've lost that battle, we've lost. You understand? Which is why it's perfect. You have to be. You gotta be for your family, for your children, for your ancestors, for the Lord, for Christ. You say you love Christ. We say every day we love Jesus. I love Jesus, Jesus that. Well, how much love have you shown him as you were shoving that blunt in your mouth? How much love you showed him? How much love you shown him when you celebrate that Christmas, talking about that's his birthday? Crazy. You know what killed me? A woman would damn near take your head. You forgot the relationship over. Yeah, she done slept with another nigga now. You forgot to say happy birthday. It's over. But then you'll celebrate December 25th as Christ's birthday. That ain't even in the same season of his birthday. That's retarded. It's a lot. I mean, that's R. What's the word? I don't even know what I can say for that. Come on, man. That's asinine. Right?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 27, verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Sharpened iron.
Iron what?
Iron sharpened iron.
Iron sharpeneth iron, man. Strong battle. You want to battle these demons? Then you have to sharpen your iron, man. And the only way to sharpen your iron is with other iron. You understand? You got to get with these brothers in the Israelite school of UPK. You feeling like you going through depression, or you feeling like you going through something that's taking over your life. Truth overshadow that. You understand? Let brotherhood overshadow those thoughts that you have in your mind. Those demons that's telling you to kill yourself. Let brother conquer those demons. You understand? But you can't conquer those demons alone, which is why you have to go to the priest, man. You have to call for counsel, especially when you're young in the truth, because you damn near don't even know what a demon is. You're learning about it right now. But again, you gotta call for counsel. You understand? Because this world has it out for us, man. And the Lord got us going through some fire. And the Lord wants to see who is the best out of the nation of Israel, man. That's all he wants. That's all he wants. So when you decide that you're going to fall victim and fall short to these demons out, you losing that battle. Go ahead. Is there any more?
Come
on with it.
So a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. Verse 18.
So shall a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend, man. Meaning what? It uplift his spirit. Make your spirit strong, man. Call your brothers, man. You understand? I don't mean no brothers in the world. I don't mean no sisters in the world. Call your brothers and your sisters that's in the truth. Call them. You understand? When you feel like you're getting ready to leave your husband, don't call somebody who wants you to leave your husband. You call the world out the other day. I'm upset with him. He played the video a game again for one match, and I just don't. Girl, you need to leave him, girl. Immediately, he playing a video game. I told you he won't none. That's how them conversations be. Don't talk to them. Right? When you call for counsel, you need to talk to somebody whose interest is in you and your marriage staying together. That's it. And that's that iron sharpening iron, man. You understand? Talk to interest is you living and beating this war called life, man. That's who you should talk to. That's who you understand, and that's the only way that we will survive in this place. I don't know how the hell we survive without brotherhood out.
Right.
I mean, we teach it every Tuesday. Christ did die to have brotherhood again. Why aren't we using it? Why are we suffering alone, man? Even them men in the tomb had it about themselves to come and talk to Christ about what they was going through. You have to do the same thing. You got to go to your camp leader, sisters. You got to go to your camp leader and you got to talk to them about those problems, about demons, because those demons are not right, man. And again, a demon is this. A demon is anything that makes you go against the Most High, man. That to sell drugs or be an adulterer or commit fornication or leave your husband or leave your wife, that's a demon. That's a demon. And about those demons, then you got to call for counsel. You understand? Any more on that?
I can go to verse 18.
Good. Says 1 and 3. Right? And you battling these demons ain't no easy task, man. There's none of stand. It takes time and it takes patience. You're gonna have to have patience with yourself. You understand, to beat these things. Right? And again, this ain't being taught in the Christian church.
This is the book of Revelation.
This ain't gonna you ain't gonna get demons off of you by throwing no holy water. Don't do that. Holy water does not get rid of demons. Holy water brings demons on you. You understand? Dipping yourself in water does not get rid. Come on, Nadia.
Come. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 3. Who bear record of the word of God.
Who do what?
Bear record of the word of God.
What does it mean to bear record of the word of God?
Good.
like you going into these, understand, you hold to what was written, to what's in the Bible, so that you do things like demons, battle against demons, battle against the, you bear record of these was God.
And of the testimony of Yahweh.
And the testimony of Christ. Keep going.
And of all things that he saw. Verse 3. Is he that and they that hear the words of the
blessed he that read and hear the words of this prophecy, man. Yeah. Blessing when you get the understanding of how to fight this battle. There's many things that we have to fight. We got to fight against oppression. We got to fight against spiritual warfare. We got to fight against religions, fight against heathens, fight against ourselves, demons, Satan. There's many things that we have to fight against because that's what life is about. And you are blessed if you listen to the words of these prophets, man. You go into these records, man, and read so that you don't have to just accept the life that you've been living, accept the life that has been, succumbed by Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The life that we live in, we don't have to accept. We don't have to accept these things. We can change it. We can reality. You understand? And a lot of it starts with how we raise our children. We live in a certain type of way. Like we raise our children in the most terrible households, and we think that that's just a Black thing. And you don't understand that you're creating demons inside of your children. Like I'm doing studies right now, right, for even my school. But when it comes to, you gotta understand this. Imagine you in the wilderness, in the jungle, the woods, or whatever, the forest, and a bear jumps out at you, right? Imagine all of the hormonal things that takes place inside of your body, all of the testosterone, the adrenaline, all of the things that starts pumping throughout your body that gets your body either prepared to fight or run from a bear. Those things are good. You understand, and there's a bear. But those things are not good for children who have to deal with that bear every night at home.
Right.
Who have to deal with that father come home late at night drunk, beating on his mother. Who has to deal with the drugs and the violence and the gunshots and the things that plague Black communities every single day. Those hormones in a child that is not developed is absolutely detrimental. And you wonder why Black people are in the condition at the end. You wonder why we do the things we do, why it seems like we're super predators. Because and those are demons that we're allowing to creep up on us, man. But it starts at home. I have to probably do a part 2 on that and go into detail for time's sake. You understand? We at 9 o'clock, so with that, I'm gonna Yahweh Shema, thought about Shemi, how we shot all.